Look at what you can expect and what you need to know. Heavy rain, even a few thunderstorms around today. Isolated issue with damaging winds possible. I don't think it's very widespread, but one or two people could see that because the winds are strong today and you've got the chance for some of them to be enhanced as the thunderstorm comes through. The heaviest rain looks to be from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So I think that's the time to really try to avoid. As you're heading out right now, though, you see those roads are wet. So most of the area dealing with some showers, and we have a couple of spots where it's picking up. The areas of yellow showing coming down a little more. Nothing threatening right now. No thunderstorms through the region, but those roads are wet. The leaves are wet. As we widen out a little bit, you can see all of the rain that's yet to come as this slowly kind of shifts through the region. This model tends to overplay the rain, showing some darker shades of orange and red, but I want to give you the idea that by 10 o'clock or so in the morning, you're starting to see some heavier rain build in till about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, when it's kind of pushing well east of the city by that point. So here's your hour-by-hour forecast. At 7 o'clock, the roads are wet. I don't think it's terribly heavy, but you got to give yourself some extra time. By 11 o'clock, you're in the heaviest rain, 62. Even some thunderstorms rolling through that could be a little gusty. At 3 o'clock, the heaviest rain is east, so in the city, you just have some showers around. A spotty leftover shower at 7 o'clock. I know that's a big time frame, Matt, for the game at the link, and it looks like we could still see a shower around, but nothing threatening at that point.
Yeah, we've got the college football at the link.
Karen Rogers has a look at what's on tap for the rest of the day. Hey, Karen.
Hey, grab that umbrella, make it your friend today, Christy. Although we're going to also have gusty winds, so maybe it's one of those days the umbrellas go flying away. I don't know, make sure you're wearing a good strong rain hat perhaps. Today, 40 to 45 mile an hour gusts, even stronger gusts along the coastline. Halloween, 45 to 50 mile an hour gusts. It's really a windy week. Saturday, 30 to 35 mile an hour gusts. Finally, we quiet down on Sunday, but we do have strong winds. I've been talking so much about the rain. I do want to mention the winds are going to be an issue for us as well. But as you're heading out the door for your morning commute, it is wet through the entire region. We're seeing periods of light rain, a couple of pockets that are heavier. Nothing terrible. You just got to give yourself some extra time. I think the early morning commute, even better. A lot of models showing 7, 8 o'clock. By 8 o'clock, maybe only a 40% chance of some showers around, especially east of the city. Looks like you may be getting a break in the rain here or there, but then it kind of fills right back in. The heaviest of the rain starts after 10 o'clock. So you look 10, 11, 12, that's when you have not only some heavier rain, but a few gusty thunderstorms possible as well. So we'll go over that in that 7-day forecast. I'll take you hour by hour to Future Tracker and talk about Halloween coming up in a few minutes, guys.
All right, look forward to the update, Karen. Do you have this robot for 20 grand?
I have more questions.
And also, who has 20 grand just lying around like that?
Yeah.
But if the robot lasts 20 years,
yeah, then it's worth
that is an investment.
Then it would be worth it. Otherwise, not so much. Good morning, everybody. Let's talk about what to expect today. We have a lot going on. We're going to see heavy rain. Many areas getting 1 to 2+ inches of rain. Gusts of 40 to 50 miles an hour. Those highest numbers are at the shore. Minor tidal flooding and a beach erosion happening along the coastline with all of that wind as well. I think one of the bigger issues will be clogged drains and slippery leaves. So you got to be careful, even if it's not raining heavily, like right for your morning commute. It's not terribly heavy, but you've got those wet leaves on the road. So give yourself some extra time so you're not getting into an accident. Storm Tracker 6 with their multi-sweep scan showing much of the areas really just getting some light rain, but you do see some of the pockets of yellow right now in Redding and Berks County. It's coming down pretty good. Near Trenton, you're getting some heavier pockets, in Burlington County as well, and in Wilmington or just south of it, some heavier pockets at the moment. So a couple of heavier pockets. For the most part, the morning commute, light rain, but that doesn't mean you're not going to see slippery conditions because of the wet leaves. A wider look at satellite and radar, and you see this low pressure. I mean, the low itself is out to our west, so we've got all day to ring this through, and I don't think everybody gets that 1 to 2+ inches of heavy rain, but those who do, you're going to get that good soaking that we really do need at this point. I want to point out 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, a lot of models showing maybe not a lot happening through New Jersey or Delaware at that point. You could be getting a little bit of a break where you have some showers, but in other spots you've got some pockets of heavier rain. The heaviest seems to move in by about 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't know that it'll be as heavy as this model suggests, but I like the time frame that it's suggesting. 10 o'clock, some spots starting to see some heavy rain. Notice it's not everywhere. That heavy rain is going to hit parts of the region here or there. It's kind of hard to pinpoint which community is going to get the heaviest, but this model is showing by lunchtime you're seeing some pretty strong winds coming down with these heavy rain and some rumbles of thunder. We have an isolated risk for a gusty storm that could cause damaging winds. And then at 3 o'clock, I think the worst of it is on the coastline. Everywhere else, you've got a couple of spotty showers by 3 o'clock. A lot happening at the link at 7 o'clock. And if you're heading out at the link, it looks like you could see a spotty shower at 7. The worst is long gone, but it may not be entirely dry at 7 o'clock. So spelling it out hour by hour, the morning commute, you've got some wet leaves and you have mostly light rain, some pockets of heavier rain. 10, 11, 12 o'clock, you're seeing some thunderstorms that could be a little gusty. By 2, 3 o'clock, they're kind of moving to the east. At 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock, you're looking at some leftover showers around. So this front is the same thing that's pushing Hurricane Melissa out to sea. But tomorrow we're left with 45 to 50 mile an hour wind gusts. So tomorrow, whipping wind for Halloween. You're dry though with sunshine for the parades. It's 51. At lunchtime, it's 55. At 6 o'clock, trick or treating about 56. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day forecast. The alert today for the heavy rain and the gusty winds, 65. Tomorrow for Halloween, wind gusts, 59 for your high. Saturday, still breezy, some sunshine and 60, holding about 60 on Sunday. Don't forget to set the clocks back an hour Saturday night. Sunday, sunshine, a few clouds, 63. Election day's looking pretty good in 62. And on Wednesday, 59 degrees with plenty of sun. Matt, we need this rain. After today, it's possible we stay mostly dry till maybe as late as November 10th. So this is all we're getting for a while.
All right, so we'll bite the bullet and bear it this morning.
You do. It goes a little something like that.
Yep.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
People are sick of hearing it. I guess they'll hear more.
It sounds that way. You know, I was listening to our good friend Brent Porsche yesterday when he announced the news about Pierre Robert. What a loss for our community. He was such an impactful person. We all hope to have some sort of positive impact. He really did.
He really did. And we're thinking all of our friends at WMMR. We've got a lot of people we love there. And so thinking of him, it seems, I think Matt said it well, that it feels like Mother Nature is grieving as well with the rain that is coming down here. Let's talk about this morning rush. We have some showers around, a couple of heavier pockets, slippery, wet leaves. Even if you're in a spot that's not getting a lot of rain, those leaves are wet and icy. That's how they feel. So slippery, they feel like ice. Heavier west by 9 a.m. If you're in the western suburbs, don't hold off the commute to 9 a.m. Kind of commute before then and you should be good to go. Here's Storm Tracker 6. We can see light rain through much of the region, but a couple of heavier pockets like here in Wilmington with that area of yellow, up in Reading, almost in Allentown with an area of yellow. So it's coming down a little bit more there. We widen out a little bit. There's a lot more rain where this is coming from, pulling for the area. It's been a couple of months since we have seen rain like this. But I do want to point out 7, 8 o'clock, a lot of models showing maybe not a lot happening in South Jersey, east of the city or areas to the south. But by 8, 9 o'clock, you may start to see some heavier rain that's in Baltimore that could be moving to your western suburbs. So I like that this model showing at 10 o'clock, it's heaviest in the west. By about lunchtime, it looks heaviest along I-95. And by 3 o'clock, it looks heaviest along the shore. So let's spell it out for you what you can expect today. Early this morning, watch for those wet roads, even if it's not coming down very heavy though. At 58, at 11 o'clock, you're in the heaviest with some thunderstorms that could be a little gusty. At 3 o'clock, milder than it's been, 65. The heaviest is along the coast by that point. At 7 o'clock, maybe a spotty leftover shower, and 62. Matt, you know, I can see you've got flashing lights out there already. Those wet leaves are like ice.
It's slippery out there. We're having a bunch of problems already this morning. Karen, here's 309 northbound side. This is a new accident by...
Yeah, we've got the clouds. We've got some rain coming down. Fortunately, it's not very heavy this morning. The trouble is it doesn't take much to get wet leaves on the ground and for it to be slippery and make for a difficult commute. So just give yourself some extra time. Lots of space between yourself and the car ahead of you. We've been talking so much about the rain. I do want to focus on the wind for a minute because today 40 to 45 mile an hour gusts, even a little higher along the coastline. Tomorrow 45 to 50 mile an hour gusts. And with all that, especially with some spots that are getting a good soaking today, maybe it's even enough that we get some trees down with that. So it's something we'll have to watch. Saturday, the winds start to back off, but it's still windy, 30 to 35 mile an hour gusts. It's finally Sunday that the wind kind of really relaxes through the region. So this morning we've got light rain, couple of pockets are heavier, but for the morning commute, it's not terribly heavy, but nonetheless, I think it'll be impactful for you. And then we look at the heaviest. It looks to be from 10 to 3 o'clock. So by 10, 11, 12, you're not only seeing some rain, you've got some thunderstorms that could be a little gusty. So kind of keep your eye on that time frame as it's moving through, basically from west to east. We'll talk about this in that 7-day forecast. I'll take you hour by hour coming up in a couple minutes. And of course, got to get ready for Halloween, guys.
Oh, yeah. Karen, thank you.
Crazy hair, and so they were all like 6'7". So
It surprises me here it's going in the dictionary, meaning they think it's going to last a while. To me, it sounds more faddish, like how long
Yeah, I agree.
it's going to last. They're going to just keep they're doing this so they can keep reprinting the dictionaries.
Listen,
That's
we
what
need
it
to do
is.
better with
Let's talk about the next big thing, everybody. A super soaker today, then a long dry spell. I just want to point out, I've got some models suggesting we stay mostly dry till maybe November 10th. I mean, we need the rain, and this is kind of our one shot of getting it for a little while. Storm Tracker 6 with our multi-sweep scan showing that we've got mostly light rain, especially through South Jersey and parts of Delaware. It's not a whole lot, but then we see a couple of heavier pockets, these areas of yellow near Wilmington, near the city. It's coming down pretty good in parts of Chester County. We had some heavier rain in Reading. It's kind of clipping Allentown and moving out. So most of the area with light rain, a couple of heavier pockets. The morning commute, the big issue I think is just the wet leaves on the roads. But then we widen out. We've got a lot more rain where this came from as this low is pulling out of here. So we look at future trackers, 7 o'clock in the morning, maybe still not a whole lot going on in South Jersey or Delaware. You might be starting to see those heavier pockets build from Baltimore through our western suburbs. And by about 10 o'clock, it looks like that's when the heaviest rain is mostly west of the city. It might take till lunchtime or so for the heaviest rain to be in the city, and by 3 o'clock to be offshore. So 10 to 3 looks like the heaviest rain. Got a lot going on, right? The link, maybe you're going to the college game at the link at 7 o'clock. Could be a leftover shower, but that rain is really kind of pushing east by 3. So over the next 12 hours, the morning commute, the roads are wet. It may not be terribly heavy, but the roads are wet. By about 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, we see not only rain, maybe a thunderstorm that could be a little gusty coming down. By 4 o'clock, your western suburbs, a spotty shower, maybe a spotty shower in the city. The heaviest is really east by that point. We do want to show you the severe weather threat. That's for today and into tomorrow. And you can see an isolated chance any storm could be gusty. As for the tornado risk, it's not zero. It's low, but it's not zero that you could see a brief tornado come up with that. So we'll keep an eye on that. And again, that time frame looks to be 10 to 3 with the heaviest rain and maybe a thunderstorm around. By Halloween, 45 to 50 mile an hour gusts. We do still have a fair amount of clouds around on Halloween, but that front is kicking Melissa off the shore, so that's good. Patchy clouds, an extra layer needed Friday evening with gusty winds. Those winds about 30 miles an hour in the evening time, so you might want to bundle up a little bit, but at least you're dry. Your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day heavy rain, gusty wind, maybe even a gusty storm that could be strong to severe, 66. Tomorrow, some wind gusts and 59, clouds in the morning, a little brighter at the end of the day. Saturday, still breezy with some sunshine and 60. Finally, the wind relaxes on Sunday, but don't forget that 4:57 sunset. It's the end of daylight saving time. Monday, sunshine, a few clouds and 63. On Tuesday for Election Day, looking dry now, nice, 62. Wednesday, plenty of sun and 59. Matt, those roads could be a mess, huh?
So we have some stuff coming in the pipeline that's